Welcome back to the channel. If you've ever looked at a simple 10-cent piece and wondered if it was worth more than its face value, you are in the right place. Most people spend dimes every day without a second thought, but to a collector certain, dimes are among the rarest and most expensive objects on earth. We're talking about coins, so rare that only a handful are known to exist, coins that have sold at auction for hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars. Today we are looking at the heavy hitters of the dime world. We'll start with the early pioneers like the 1796 draped bust move through the mysterious Barber Dime, of which only 9 are known to survive today, and show you exactly what to look for on your Mercury and Roosevelt dimes. Is your dime made of 90% silver? Does it have a missing mint mark or a double die error? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one dime coins are worth a big life-changing amount of money. Let's get started. First up, the year 2001 dime with the P mint mark is a United States coin struck by the Philadelphia Mint, and the letter P shows that it was made in that mint, which is one of the main coin-producing facilities in the country, and the dime is part of the Roosevelt dime series, which began in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, and the 2001 P dime continues that long tradition with the same basic design that collectors and everyday people recognize instantly, and millions of these coins were produced, making it very common in circulation and easy to find even today in pocket change. The obverse design of the 2001 P dime features the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt facing left, and this design was created by John Cynic, who was the chief engraver of the United States Mint at the time, and the portrait represents Roosevelt's strength and leadership during difficult times in American history, and the word liberty appears on the coin along with the national motto and the date 2001. And even though the design is familiar, the quality of strike can vary depending on how the coin was handled and stored over the years. The reverse of the 2001 P dime shows a torch in the center, which represents liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength and independence. And this reverse design also comes from John Cynic, and it has been used on Roosevelt dimes for decades. And around the edge of the coin you will find the country name and the denomination, which shows it is worth 10 cents. And while the design is simple, it carries deep symbolism that reflects American values. In terms of metal composition, the 2001 P dime is made of a copper core with outer layers of nickel, which is known as a clad composition, and this type of metal has been used for dimes since the mid-1960s after silver was removed from regular circulation coins, and the coin has a reeded edge and a small diameter, making it lightweight and durable for everyday use. And because it contains no precious metal, its value mostly depends on condition rather than melt value. When it comes to mintage numbers, the Philadelphia Mint produced several hundred -1 dimes in the year 2001, which means this coin is extremely common, and because of this high production, most examples found in circulation are only worth their face value of 10 cents, and even uncirculated examples are usually affordable for beginner collectors who want to fill a date and mint mark slot in an album without spending much money. The value of a 2001 P dime can increase slightly if it is in uncirculated condition, meaning it shows no signs of wear from circulation and has full original mint luster and clean surfaces. And in this condition, the coin might be worth a small premium, often ranging from a few tens of cents to a couple of dollars, depending on eye appeal and overall quality. And professional graded examples with high mint state grades can be worth more, but they are still not considered rare. Error coins are another area where the 2001 P dime can become more interesting and potentially more valuable, and errors such as off-center strikes, broad strikes, double dies, or clipped plankets can bring higher prices depending on how dramatic and clear the error is, and collectors enjoy searching through rolls of dimes hoping to find these unusual mistakes. And even though they are not common, they do exist and can turn an ordinary coin into a collectible piece. For collectors, the 2001 P dime is often included as part of a complete Roosevelt dime set, and while it is not a key date. It still plays an important role in showing the full history of the series, and it is also a good example coin for teaching new collectors about mint mark's modern coin production and grading standards. And because it is inexpensive, it allows people to learn without risk. If you are storing or collecting a 2001 P dime, it is best to keep it in a safe, dry place away from moisture and chemicals, and using coin holders or albums designed for coins can help preserve the surface and prevent scratches. And never clean the coin, because cleaning can damage the surface and reduce its value even if the coin looks shiny afterward, and original condition is always preferred by collectors. In conclusion, the 2001 P dime from the United States is a common modern coin with a long historical design background, and while it is usually only worth face value, it still has educational and collectible importance, and examples in high grade or with errors can be worth more. And for a YouTube audience, this coin is a perfect topic to explain how modern coins are made, how value is determined, and why even ordinary pocket change can have a story worth learning about. Next up, the 2001 dime coin from the United States of America with the mint mark P. And this coin is known as the Roosevelt dime, and it represents a long-standing tradition in American coinage. And the 2004 P dime was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which uses the letter P as its identifying mint mark, and this coin was produced for general circulation, meaning it was made to be used in everyday transactions, and millions of people carried this coin in their pockets without realizing the history and details behind it. And this video will guide you through everything from design, history, metal composition, mintage numbers, value ranges, collecting tips, and long-term significance for collectors and beginners alike. The obverse side of the 2004 P dime features a portrait of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who served as the 32nd President of the United States, and his image was placed on the dime shortly after his death in 1945 to honor his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, and also to recognize his strong support for the March of Dimes organization, which helped fight polio, a disease he personally battled. And the design shows Roosevelt facing left with the word liberty along the left side and the phrase "In God We Trust" near the lower left, and the date 2004 on the right side, making it a simple but meaningful design that has remained mostly unchanged for decades. The reverse side of the 2004 P dime displays a torch in the center, which symbolizes liberty, flanked by an olive branch representing peace and an oak branch representing strength and independence, and around the edge are the words United States of America and one dime. And this design was created by John R. Sinek, who also designed the obverse, and his initials can be found on the coin. And the reverse design reflects core American values and the balance between freedom, peace, and resilience. And even though the design may appear common, it carries deep symbolic meaning that has stood the test of time. In terms of metal composition, the 2004 P dime is made of a clad structure, meaning it has an outer layer of copper nickel bonded to a pure copper core, and the overall weight of the coin is about 2.27 grams, and the diameter is approximately 17 9/10 millimeters, and the edge of the coin is reeded with vertical grooves. And this composition has been used for dimes since 1965, when silver was removed from circulating coinage due to rising metal costs, and because of this the 2004 dime does not contain silver, and its intrinsic metal value is very low compared to earlier silver dimes. The mintage of the 2004 P Roosevelt dime was extremely high, with over 1 billion coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint alone, and this massive production was done to meet the needs of everyday commerce across the country, and because so many were made, the coin is considered very common in circulated condition, and this high supply is the main reason why most 2004 P dimes are worth only their face value of 10 cents when found in pocket change, and collectors generally do not seek circulated examples unless they are building complete data and mint sets. When discussing value, it is important to understand the difference between circulated and uncirculated condition, and a circulated $2,000 for P dime that shows wear, scratches and dull surfaces is typically worth only 10 cents and sometimes up to 20 cents if sold in bulk, but an uncirculated example that has never been used and still retains full mint luster can be worth more, depending on condition, and in lower uncirculated grades it may be worth about $1, while high-grade examples, graded as 65 or higher by professional grading services, can reach values of $3 to $5 or slightly more, especially if the strike is strong and the surfaces are clean. There are also error coins that collectors look for among $2.04 P dimes, and these errors can significantly increase value, and examples include off-center strikes where the design is not properly aligned, missing clad layers, doubled die errors where parts of the design appear doubled, and die cracks or cut errors caused by damaged dies, and these errors are rare compared to normal coins, and their value can range from $10 to hundreds of dollars, depending on the type and severity of the error, and authentication by a reputable expert is important before assuming an error coin is valuable. For collectors, the $2,000 for P dime is often included as part of a complete Roosevelt dime collection, and many collectors aim to assemble sets by date and mint mark, and even though this coin is common, it still plays an important role in completing modern sets, and it is also used by beginner collectors as an affordable entry point into coin collecting, and because it is easy to find, it provides a great opportunity to learn about grading, luster, strike quality and storage techniques without high financial risk. Proper storage is essential if you want to preserve the condition of a $2,000 for P dime, especially if it is uncirculated, and coins should be kept in a cool, dry environment away from moisture and handled only by the edges to avoid fingerprints and oils, and many collectors use coin flips, albums or hard plastic holders to protect their coins, and even though the coin may not be extremely valuable today, maintaining its condition can help preserve any premium it has and make it more enjoyable as part of a collection. In conclusion, the $2,000 for one dime coin with mint mark P from the United States is a common yet historically meaningful piece of modern American coinage, and while its monetary value is usually modest, its educational and collectible value should not be overlooked, and it represents continuity in design, national values, and everyday history. And whether you are a seasoned collector, a beginner, or simply curious about the coins in your pocket, understanding the details of the $2,000 for P dime adds depth to a small object